The theme of this year's forum is balancing the multidimensional transformation of energy and building a sustainable future. In the process of building a sustainable energy system, how to balance the development of traditional energy and new energy while realizing the goal of emission reduction. Let's listen to the insights of experts from different countries.
The world has really benefited from globalization, including a global oil market. Unfortunately, we're now in an era in which the global oil market is a divided market, and in general, we see more barriers going up to international trade and cooperation. And I think that's a real challenge because basically the world, China, the United States, all of our countries benefit from an open global economy, but we're in a more challenging period right now. And over the next 6 months or so, we'll know more about how challenging it will be.
It's an excellent question to understand how to develop traditional energy sources, new technology resources. They both need to be done at the same time. Let me explain why. Today we have an energy world that is principally rooted in the old traditional economy. You have to meet the demand in that world. If we don't meet the demand, the impact is that prices increase, and when prices increase, that has a negative impact on people and on industry. So we need to meet that demand, but we also need to do whatever we can to reduce the carbon content. Mechanisms such as carbon capture and storage and carbon capture and utilization are going to be very important. Yet at the same time, we have to build the energy technology of the future, an energy technology that has lower carbon, lower emissions, and can be renewable. And we have to maintain investments in both. That is one of the biggest challenges that we face today. It's not just investing in the energy world of the future, it's also investing in the energy world of today. Final point, innovation is absolutely key. We need technologies that allow us to be able to deliver low carbon at a commercially viable cost. If it's not commercially viable, it's very difficult to sustain. In the end, we need to do this in a way that allows us to make progress, that allows us to support industry, and allows us to be able to meet the interests and needs of people in a way that they can afford. This is a huge challenge, but it's one why we need the kind of work we're doing with energy companies and research and innovation, and why it's so important to have the exchanges that we have today between companies like CNPC and partners throughout the world.
And today I had the privilege of talking about the balance between oil and gas and low carbon businesses. And for many years here, we really didn't talk so much about the balance. We were really sort of one-sided. And finally, after a number of years and really some lessons from the market, we are starting to get things more in balance and realizing to get to the future, it's not about one or the other, it's about everything. And that means traditional oil and gas has a role to play past 2050, as well as the new low carbon businesses. Those low carbon businesses are still growing. Many of them have a lot of unanswered questions, such as where the markets are. There are also things such as carbon pricing that are critical for us to get to the future that we're still worrying about. As we go forward, though, the communities around the world are starting to sort of get behind the fact that we're going to need this, all of the above. Now, they are all on different speeds. Those in the global south have a different set of problems because many of them have no energy versus those in the north, as we kind of refer to it, that we are privileged to have energy by and large for the bulk of our populations. But the new narrative, if you would, going forward is one about energy inclusion for everyone. And it very much focuses then on solving issues around energy poverty and providing energy for those that don't have it that's affordable and sustainable, as well as for those that are already having it, helping them lower their footprint from a carbon standpoint, as well as maintain an energy cost that is still competitive. And that's a very difficult balancing act, very difficult.
Additionally, the forum witnessed the release of 3 reports: Global Energy Security Report 2024, World and China Energy Outlook 2060, Energy Technology Progress and Outlook Report 2024.
大理大国博弈加剧，地缘政治冲突加剧，油气的平均的质量、规模、效益、投资回报要好于其他的类型。为什么原因？因为油气本身已经进行150年，它是150年是全球化的，但是我们这个行业是有国际共识的。所以说，我想未来的机遇，未来资源不缺，现在是资源泛滥，关键你有没有这个能力得抓住它。
我们说科技创新，它为什么重要？因为说科技创新推动人类进步的核心力量。实际上，对我们能源行业来讲，我们还有一句话就是今天的研发，明天的技术，后天的产业。就是说科技创新，它会决定未来的产业和产业的未来，这是它的重点。平衡多元能源转型，科技创新是关键的动力引擎。我们近期召开的第29届联合国气候变化大会也指出了，全球目前面临的最大挑战是如何保证能源的可用性，满足不断增长能源需求，保障能源安全。
发达国家和发展中国家这种气候变化的合作，所以综合各方面因素，我们对于全球未来能源转型，包括应对气候变化，有一定的担忧。
那么在发展传统能源过程中和这个发展新能源这个过程，不是相互矛盾，而是共同的促进。无论是传统能源和新能源，都是保障国家现代化建设能源的缺一不可。从目前我们国家的能源结构来看，传统能源还是占了比较大的比例。近几年新的能源快速的发展，实际上是保证了我们国家对于运能需求的增长这一块。那未来的方向肯定是逐步转向到以传统能源为基础，以新能源的增量为保障的整个的新型的能源体系。